Hello, everyone. So I thought I'd share with you the remains of the best core. And as I was sweeping it, I was looking at it close, and you can see some kind of interesting things, at least to me, anyways. Kind of like forensics. Here's a key pin or a driver, probably a driver that was drilled through. You can see the kind of like curve through it. So the drill, went right through that one, which is perfect. Then there's these little curly Q roly things. I don't know if you can see those. Those things. Um, Actual wafer that was not, drilled through. And then lots of pieces of brass and more wafers and key pins. Some things, might be salvageable, but I just thought it was interesting rather than just throw it in the trash. To show you how much stuff comes out of that. Here's a little piece of plastic, a white piece of plastic. Now, this is not the cleanest bench in the world, so I forgot to add that also to that, drilling this out. Like if it's on your uh, wife's, best dinner table or whatever, and you're sitting around there messing around, you should put like a drop cloth or something, a shop towel or something to catch this because it will be messy. But I didn't care. There's all little pieces of brass. I make my pins right here with my drill, and the stuff gets all over the place. And I usually have a pinning tray there, and I just sweep them out, with this little brush or whatever. It comes out fine. There's all kinds of like little interesting pieces of the lock itself in here. The actual spring. I found like part of a spring that got mangled. I don't know if you can see that. Let's pull him up over here. Get this thing to focus. Focus on that. Yeah, that's the little piece of spring that got mangled in the process, and there's all kinds of little stuff that happens to that. And but it was a pretty good drilling operation. Now, someone had pointed out that you can usually, it's better to start a small hole and then drill. Sorry, I didn't know. Forget I'm zoomed in on this. And then drill further, and stuff like this. But this worked out all right. It's brass. And also the safety concerns, like I had my hand behind the device. That's mainly the whole device. The thing is, I was drilling it slow, and believe me, I'd have to go through the whole other lock. This thing exerted quite a bit of force. But anyways, I've done much more dangerous things in my life. Key pins, very long, like driver pins, I mean. And more wafers and pieces of spring, stuff like that. You have to find in there. So, to me, that was pretty interesting. But yeah, I've got a functioning lock now, and that's what I really wanted to do. The ideal thing would have been to pick it to control, but I didn't know I was dealing with a 6-pin. I just went in there and was trying to manipulate them, and there was a frozen pin that kept breaking my pick. It was like in the middle, 3 or 4 on this lock, and I'd keep hitting it, and you could feel it was stiff, but everything else would be loose, and you go to hit it, and you go to hit it, and then ping, there go your pick, and you'd think, coincidence or whatever, it's that pick was bound to go, and you'd stick another pick in there, which admittedly was probably bound to go sooner or later, but same thing happens, well, it stops being coincidence when you get like 3 of them. So, yeah, kind of payback, yeah. Stick a pin on me again, huh? No, I don't think you're ever going to stick a pin on me again, are you? Wallow in it. Yeah, that's what's left of you. Yeah. So, sometimes you have to do that because the body is perfectly fine. And when I first drilled this out, I still hadn't gotten it to control. but I had gotten it to operate where the shackle had freed. So, I mean, that was part of the battle. But if you want to replace it, you got to get this. Well, part of my drilling operation, I'd actually partially gone through where the shackle sits. There's a little bit of brass, just a thin layer, normally protecting, keeping it from going in there or whatever. I don't know what the reason is. But I was able to get a small screwdriver through and hit the lip of the back of this core here, and with the screwdriver, and drive it out, because that thing was not coming out. I'd even tried to use a wood screw and drill in here and pull on it, and that didn't work. But that other method did, using it was a small screwdriver, through the shackle, and bam, small common size screwdriver. But it works now. And this core was given to me by Steel Pinnings a while back, and he had a mortise cylinder that it came with. But I like padlocks and stuff like this. And the good thing about these best cores and best systems is you can, sorry, you can switch them around. You can still use them in the other thing, So this could be like a keyed cylinder. You could just plop it out. And of course, if you leave it like this, you can open it with a screwdriver or something like that. So there you go. I don't know how interesting that was, but that's the leftovers of what happens when a best core breaks picks. And some of the dead and wounded can come visit, like, yay, victory, we've been avenged, Yes, I avenged your death for you. And there's another one here. Yes, you have not died in vain. We have discovered the enemy's weakness and exploited it. Really, though, if you know what you're doing, and it wasn't real loud with that drill, because it's an electric drill, plug in the wall type thing. It's not one of those. Whoa! I dropped something over there. I'm always dropping something. I was looking for some more picks because I know I got other ones. I don't know if I got this one. I think it did. There's 3 picks. 3 picks that were destroyed in that particular best lock. Now I get to witness the payback, and the success also, It wasn't just like a revenge thing or something like that. We're actually doing this for a reason, to get a functioning lock. So I wanted them to know that, so they can go on to the new life of whatever I'm going to make out of them. It's probably like a tension wrench or something like that, or maybe a knife tool or something. This one's got a long enough shank. But until this time, I had not broken a single Peterson pick. I think I broke another, I don't think I broke 4 picks. I may have, but I know I broke this one. And this one was on the PG line, but I don't remember if it was on this particular lock. But I know it had broken 3. And it was going to break 4 and more if I wouldn't have gotten it. So there you go. I don't want to ramble on too long. Hope everyone's doing well and having a good time and enjoying themselves. And that's what happens in science and investigating stuff, Sometimes things don't work out like you want to pick them open, or you want to pick them to one or the other, and you can't get either one. But you do have a drill. Yeah. Oh, also something that I knew, but I didn't really completely understand, that I figured out on this. It's not a pin or anything. It's the whole bar itself I knew had retracted, but I didn't know what it would look like once you've drilled it, or once you could see that. And there's your basic. Now, if I understand this right, if you pick the back control pin area correctly, then you've got this picked, but you still have to have these other pins to get the whole core to move. I don't know. But anyways, you can see the mechanism and how it works and how it looks basically. This is all you're going to see when you drill through the lock and you're trying to extract it. And I had seen someone say, well, if you turn this way, it's unlocked. Yeah, that's cool, unlocked. But how about in control? That's more important than just unlocked. I don't have the light on the camera, but anyways, see it on a white background. And I don't think it's zoomed in, but I've got a handheld. Anyway, I just wanted to add that to this. That's what that mechanism looks like. All gutted, basically, really gutted. The old school way, the drill method. So another thing I like about that drill right there is it's got this little thing that you can just slide it on there. The last thing isn't, there we go, it's in focus now. What the hell's wrong? I was zoomed in too far and the light's not bright enough. So there you go, thought I'd add that to that. And that's another view of the remains. All going to be buried. Well, not all of them, some are going to be recycled.